Good morning, basketball fans, and welcome back for Day 3 of the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament here at the Curry Center in beautiful Fredericton, New Brunswick. It's playoff time. Start the day with a men's quarterfinal, women's semifinal, men's semifinal, and the women's and then men's final are the 5 games on tap today here on AOTV. I'm Bill Gibson. Pleased to be here with you all weekend long. Giving up some of my time here to this, what is my favorite tournament. These two teams got here, both 2-1 records. The FHS JV Black Cats in the Rocket Division. They defeated Macadam on Friday, lost to Tantramar also on Friday, and with a big victory needing a big margin to get themselves into playoff contention, they came through against a AAA Simons team with an 82-52 victory here yesterday afternoon. That gave them the tiebreaker in the division by point differential with Tantramar and Simons. All 3 teams finished at 2-1. Simons was eliminated based on the head-to-head tiebreaker point differential from those 3 teams. Tantramar also makes it through as a wild card here into the playoff round of quarterfinals. Ecole Sainte Castors, they were 2-0 going into the last game yesterday we had right here on AOTV against St. Stephen. They defeated Nakawik on Friday 66-42. Bathurst on Saturday morning. Again, that game was across the parking lot at the pit, 79-66. And then lost that game against St. Stephen, who goes through as the Fredericton in-division winner. Ecole Sainte Anne in as a wild card against this first-place Black Cats team, by virtue of that 78-69 loss to St. Stephen to close out action here yesterday. Ecole Sainte Anne led that one after one. It was tied after 2 quarters, and then after 3 quarters was a small St. Stephen lead, and they stretched that a little bit in quarter number 4. Have a look at what are becoming familiar starters here for the Black Cats. So 6 is going to be Marcus Hines, 7 is going to be Jacob Christie, 11 Noah Versloot, 13 Henry O'Reilly, and 15 Aiden Stairs. We'll pick up the starters here as well for Ecole Sainte Anne. A little bit of change in their starting lineup. Just right off the top as I'm going through them numbers. Driving, spinning, Stairs back outside for Christie. He was on fire yesterday in that game they needed to win. Put back by O'Reilly is no good. O'Reilly tries it again. Starters for the Ecole Sainte Anne Castors. Mailu Kwanzaa, number 1. Number 2 is Lucas Hayes. Number 4 is Noah Boudreau. Number 7 is Joel Clare. And number 24 is Marc LeBlanc. FHS Black Cats, number 2 team ranked in the junior varsity AAA, AA, JV rankings. Ecole Sainte Anne Castors are number 7 on the AA side. These 2 schools both at the top of the hill here in Fredericton. Maybe a kilometer apart, probably not even a kilometer apart, as the crow flies, or the Black Cat prowls, if you will. Let's see who can come out with a victory in this one. It's FHS on the board first. Nearly intercepted, driving is Clare inside for Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa can't beat the shot clock. FHS with stingy defense to start this game. Versloot for Christie in the backcourt. Christie. That's for O'Reilly. Now Hines. Hines drives into the paint. Cross court, Versloot. Stairs on the drive, Stairs on the finish. That's Boudreau into the front court with Kwanzaa and Hayes. Hayes takes the 3. Ecole Sainte Anne relied on that 3-point shot a lot in that matchup, their final division matchup against St. Stephen in the late game last night. So it is a quick turnaround for the Castors, the 8:30 game at night, the 8:30 game in the morning. They'll take it, though, into the playoffs And of course, being located here in Fredericton, not like they're in a hotel here for this tourney. Four-0 Cats. We've played about a minute 40. Christie. He gets in, puts the shot up, and he makes it. That's going to be a foul. It looks like it's going to go on number 4, Noah Boudreau. Cats up 6-0, and Christie can make it 7-0. No pressure yet from the Black Cats. It's like a straight man defense with some doubling. Oh no, maybe now it looks like a zone now that I look a little closer. That's a long shot made from Lucas Hayes. Driving's no good by Aiden Stairs. Nearly picked off by Hines. The Castors look to go up court, but it's Versloot knocking the ball out of bounds. Going to call the jump ball. Officials not agreeing with Coach Rice on the sideline over there. He's saying it's either a foul or it's out off of Ecole Sainte Anne. Instead, it's jump. It goes back to the Castors. Intensity on the benches here already. Of course, it's lose and go home time. In order to walk away with a banner, you have to win 3 here on the men's side today. That's a tall task for any team. Good fake by Stairs and the take. Can't get the layup to go. Outside, Hines picks it up. Hines for Versloot. It's going to be a loose ball. Kwanzaa's going to pick it up. Kwanzaa's going to have a layup. Coach Rice teed up. Wanted to travel on that stutter step underneath the hoop. Resulted in the finish. Discussion there with referee Kevin Zhu. Referees in this one are Mr. Zhu and DeWolf. Scorers getting some instruction from the official on how to record that technical in the book. And now Coach Rice speaking with referee DeWolf. On the line shooting 1, Lucas Hayes. Can make it a 1-point ball game. So we played 3 minutes, already have a technical foul here on the FHS coach. If there's any doubt that it is playoff time and the intensity is ramped up, it's taken away here early in the day. Hines on the outside. Uses the screen from O'Reilly. O'Reilly backs into the post. Hines outside for Stairs. Stairs is going to drive. Stairs is going to spin back out for Versloot. Versloot beats the shot clock, and it's O'Reilly on the rebound for the putback. Claire for Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa goes into the paint. That's going to be a travel. Christie for Versloot. Inside for Christie. Christie draws a foul. I think that foul goes on number 7. Joel Clare couldn't quite make out the official's hand signals from this distance. FHS in white are the home team on your scoreboard. Ecole Sainte Anne in the blue jerseys, the guests. That's taken away by Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa has speed. Kwanzaa ahead for Boudreau. Boudreau loses the handle. O'Reilly on the catch in the high post for Sloot. Uses the O'Reilly screen and now does the pick and roll back to O'Reilly. Nice play there from the Black Cats on the screen and roll. Good delivery from Versloot to O'Reilly. Claire for three. That one goes through. Ecole Sainte Anne is dangerous behind the arc. Versloot. Again the screen with O'Reilly, and this time Verloot on the take, and he's going to finish. 2 trips in a row they've used that screen. One time got the roll, the other time the finish. Kwanzaa guarded by Versloot. Hayes. Back rim, rebound Hines, but it's ripped away by Marc LeBlanc. Tie-up called. Christie for Hines. Now Stairs, he goes into the paint. Shot for O'Reilly. Didn't get a good follow through on that look. Slightly rust possibly. And now it is taken away by Christie. Christie is by himself for the layup. That rolls around the rim and drops in. Timeout on the floor. Taken by Ecole Sainte Anne. 16-8 here in the first quarter. Opportunity to go through the other playoff matchups that are happening right now this morning. Another quarterfinal. It's Matthew Martin and Hampton. That's going on at the pit downstairs in the rec gyms. Harborview High School and St. Stephen High School. And the final quarterfinal, St. Malachy's and Tantramar Regional High. 4 dandy-looking matchups here in the quarterfinals. And, of course, then we'll have the semifinals determined, winners of those matchups. Got my eye on St. Malachy's as we proceed through this tournament. This depends on the matchups and the draws. Over on the women's side, the semifinals coming up. Right here on this court, we'll have it for you on AOTV. It's going to be Rossay and Carleton North in a battle of 2 ranked AA teams. The other semifinal, more Carleton County, Woodstock and Canterbury. Over in the pit, Rossay, Carleton North, and Woodstock division winners. Canterbury, the lucky wildcard draw. Not sure how lucky they are getting the draw against the number 1 AA seed, Woodstock, in that semifinal. Looking forward to getting some women's action on here as well. And no matter how those games go, that's going to be a dandy final on the women's side. Potential for number 1 and number 2 ranked women's teams in AA to meet in the final. That would be Rossay and Woodstock if they were both to advance. Of course, Canterbury and Carleton North looking to have a say in that. Won't get too far ahead of ourselves. We're back here on the men's quarterfinal out of the timeout. turnover, and the ball goes back to Fredericton High. Fredericton High there on the miss. Kwanzaa comes away with the rebound for Ecole Sainte Anne into the front court. Shuffled the feet that time. After the travel violation, it will be Christie into the front court. Christie guarded by O'Reilly. Stairs for Hines. Hines with the miss, but Christie is right there on the rebound. They got a shot clock reset, and it shouldn't have. Should be about 7 or 8 on the shot clock. They put it up at 8 for the Black Cats. Versloot will inbound towards the rim for O'Reilly. That's off the backboard. Not a good inbound pass there. Back for Clare. Clare for Hayes. Hayes is going to get the tie up. That's going to be with Stairs. 2 Black Cats set to sub in. 12 is Gabe Arsenault. 3 is Adam Budd. First subs of the game for the Black Cats. We've had 1 sub in for the Castors already. Number 8, Simon Logier. LeBlanc up top for Hayes. Uses a LeBlanc screen. That three-pointer is blocked by Christie. On the drive is going to be Stairs. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Sub in for the shooter. The next dead ball stoppage on the Black Cat side. Make on the first for Aiden Stairs. Rim on the second. FHS on the offensive glass. Christie controls up top. Christie for Budd, for Sloot. On the drive is Stairs. Stairs for Versloot. Wide open jump shot, front rim. It's going to be out off Ecole Sainte Anne. Subs in number 13 is Justin Shin for Ecole Sainte Anne. And in on the Black Cat side is number 4, Nick Paquette. That's Paquette on the cut. Christie on the catch off the inbounds. Baseline jumper. Won't go down. Ahead for Logier. Logier off glass. There on the rebound is Shin. Attempting the block from behind was Budd, but he's going to get a foul. That will send Justin Shin to the line to shoot 2. Shin misses the first. Klang on the second as well. Rebound Versloot. Now we need some help picking up the dribble, and it's going to be Christie on the far side. Christie to the front court for Budd. Budd hands off for Paquette. Back to Versloot. Versloot fakes on Kwanzaa. Drives back to Paquette. Paquette can shoot the 3. Rebound, Black Cats. Reset again. Christie drives lane, off glass, banks it in. Kwanzaa on the drive. Kwanzaa gets into the paint. That's an easy jump shot from about 9 feet. Crossing Cats under the key. Now it is Christie attacking. Back up top for Budd. Budd takes the 3-pointer. That's wide. And rebound to Lozier. Lozier into the front court. Loses the handle. Subs in. That's going to be Boudreau, who checks in for Lucas Hayes for Ecole Sainte Anne. 1:25 to go here in the quarter. Jacob Christie directing traffic. Goes one-on-one and makes the jump shot. Christie showing off the scoring touch. Lozier on the outside. Shin on the baseline. Taken away by Versloot. Bit of a suicide pass there for Christie. Versloot guarding Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa off glass. Rebound Versloot. That's going to be a push ahead for Arsenault. Arsenault's going to miss. Quick on the return attack are the Castors, spinning from 15 feet, taking the jumper is Boudreau. Rebound by Justin Shin underneath, and now Kwanzaa on the offensive glass. Kwanzaa gets up and scores on the third attempt. Under 20 to go here in the opening quarter. FHS playing for one shot. Screen by Arsenault. Going the other way was Christie. He loses the handle. Turnover, and Lozier looks to score two, but that doesn't go down. Kwanzaa is right there for Johnny on the spot. Not a good finish to the quarter for the Black Cats. They're playing for one shot, gave up 2 points the other direction. They do come out of that quarter with a 21-14 advantage over Ecole Sainte Anne. Take about a 2-minute break and be back with action from the second quarter. Second quarter action set to get underway here at the Curry Center. FHS 7-point lead on Ecole Sainte Anne. Quarterfinal time at the Maritime Invitational. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching AOTV. Pleased to be bringing you this tournament, and pleased that we're into playoff time. The intensity has definitely ramped up with this heightened competition. It's going to be a fun day of basketball here in Fredericton. Christie makes the three-pointer. Put the Black Cats up 10. Ecole Sainte Anne. Kwanzaa loses it off his feet, but picks it back up. Lozier for Kwanzaa, through his fingers for Claire. Claire on the drive. Claire looks inside for Shin. Nice bounce pass and good finish by Justin Shin. That bounce pass is hard to defend. Now it's for Sloot. He opens up the long-range bomb. It's going to go out of bounds off of Christie. Going to be an offensive foul. Good defense there by Marcus Hines. Try the charge on Kwanzaa. Questions being asked on that call on the Castors sideline. Mario Votor and Josh Susi, coaches for the Castors. You see when we go by the Castors bench, they have a number of players either unavailable due to injury, well, mostly unavailable due to injury. They have 4 over there in civilian clothes. Get a look at that as we have the pan by the Castors bench. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, along with the 2 coaches, don't have the unis on. Shot put up and made by Hines. He makes the 3, draws the charge, then drops the tray. Good sequence for Marcus Hines. Kwanzaa spins into the lane. He's going to have a travel on that spin move, falls down. Catch closed off. Back in will be Nick Paquette. Checking out Marcus Hines. Pursuit, Christie, Paquette, Stairs, and O'Reilly. The Cats on the court. Pursuit drives for Christie. Paquette, Pursuit in the corner, guarded by Kwanzaa. Spins his way out to find Christie. 5 on the shot clock. Legal screen goes on the Black Cats. Long three-pointer from Boudreau, front rim. Rebound to Stairs, who outlets for Paquette. Paquette for Christie. Christie's going to take the 3. You could see him think about it. Good strong take from Lucas Hayes. But that bounces off rim into the hands of the Cats. Black Cats taking control of this quarterfinal here, now up 14. Could have been 16 on a make there. That's Nate Beaton, number 6, who loses the handle. Now it's back to Paquette. Paquette can't get the score. Rebound to Lozier. Timo Lozier on the far side. Boudreau. That one rims out. Another rim out. Third offensive attempt. That's Nate Beaton. Now on the shot. We've got a 3-second violation on Ecole Sainte Anne. Questions from the Ecole Sainte Anne bench on that 3-second violation call. That's going to be backcourt. Logier trapped over half by the Black Cats. Lost his mental court position, passed backwards over the timeline to a teammate. One more Black Cats off the bench to check in. Will be Bud and Hines for Christie and Stairs. And one more sub for FHS. For Sloot, we'll get a breather. And checking in is number 5 is Jack Grassman. Correction, that's number 8, Jackson Pollock. Numbers on the front of those jerseys a bit difficult to pick up. The light gold on the white. 5s and 8s, 6s. Sometimes even 9s start to run together. Two to shoot. They've got to get it up. They're not going to. That would have been a violation, but it is already Castors' ball. They're out on the fast break. Saved. That's O'Reilly who goes down for it to pick up the loose ball for the Black Cats. He finds Bud. Ahead for Paquette. Paquette has Hines. Can't find him in time. The Castors get back, knock it out of bounds. Cross screen coming here for the Cats. Looking inside for Paquette. Go back to the box set. Interesting motion on that one from O'Reilly. Turned over by the Black Cats over to Ecole Sainte Anne. Ecole Sainte Anne trailing by 14. Drive, lose the handle, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Beaton. Hines. O'Reilly on the roll. Screen and roll has worked well with O'Reilly. Can't get that one to finish. To the front court, Hayes. Hayes picks it up. Looks for Beaton. Pardon me, that's Logier, number 8. Now on the far side, near side for LeBlanc. LeBlanc with a nice jump shot. Been a long time between scores for Ecole Sainte Anne. Paquette for Hines. Hines drives. Hines back to Paquette. Paquette takes the 3. That doesn't go down. Rebound to Ecole Sainte Anne. Forward for LeBlanc. Cats quick back. That's a very deep 3. Comes up short from Noah Boudreau. Foul on the rebound action. It's going to go on number 6, Nate Beaton, a push on the rebound. Kwanzaa in for Boudreau. Subs in for the Cats as well. I was watching the Ecole Sainte Anne bench. That is Pollock on the drive. Kwanzaa goes by Paquette. Now sets it up for Hayes inside for Beaton. Beaton gets it to roll over the front of the rim. Looking for the pass was Bud. LeBlanc on the catch, LeBlanc on the miss. Kwanzaa is there but blocked by Versloot, who has just checked back into the game. As has Gabe Arsenault for the Black Cats. Lucas Hayes makes the 3. A little scoring burst here from Ecole Sainte Anne. Gets the bench awake. As they cut, I believe it was a 16-point lead, now down to 7. It's at least 14. Black Cat miss, taken away by Beaton. Into the front court, and now with some scoring momentum is Ecole Sainte Anne. Miss there by Lozier. Rebound though to Beaton. We've got a jump ball. And timeout FHS. Ecole Sainte Anne has been working the offensive glass here for second chance opportunities. The FHS Brain Trust said, let's talk this one over. With the timeout on the floor. Reminder again, coming up after this one, we have women's semifinal action. Rossay and Carleton North, the number 2 and number 7 ranked AA teams in the province. Excited to be bringing you that game. Both teams 3-0 in this tournament. We'll talk more about that during that game. If you're a basketball fan, this is a place to be today. If you can't get here to the Curry Center or the pit, which is just across the parking lot, Hope you stay right here with us on AOTV. Pleased to be bringing you this tournament. And this, of course, a men's quarterfinal. We'll have the men's semifinal. That will go at 12:30, followed by the women's final at 2:30. And then the men's final wraps up the tournament at 4:30. FHS Black Cat AAA men on the varsity side are the defending tournament champions going back a couple years ago. Not in this version of the tournament. Not a lot of the high-end AAA teams here. They're mostly in Moncton this weekend for the DNA Swag tournament, which I think wrapped up yesterday. It ran most of the week there in Moncton. FHS Black Cats took bronze in that one at the varsity level, losing in the semifinals. That'll shake up the rankings undoubtedly on the AAA men's side. And of course, if you are a capital city area basketball person or just a AAA men's basketball person in general, Capital City Classic coming up here in a few weeks in Fredericton, the weekend of, I think it's the 17th, 18th, 19th, right around those dates, the last weekend before Christmas. Kwanzaa up off glass, can't make it down, and another offensive board for Marc LeBlanc, but it's knocked away by the Black Cats. Whatever they talked about in terms of blocking out in that huddle. Didn't come to fruition in that first attempt. Kwanzaa spins. Kwanzaa look for space, jumps up, uses the athletic ability to score two. Now we're back to a 5-point game. What once looked like the Black Cats were starting to get a grasp on this quarterfinal. Ecole Sainte Anne has cut the lead down to only 5. It was at least 14. Christie says, let's jump that back up to 8, making the 3. Answering at the other end with a 3 is Lucas Hayes. I love it when the officials do that after a player touches the ball, after it goes through the basket. Stop the game, give the player a warning, say, please do not do that anymore. Logier will go to the bench. Coming in will be Joel Clare. A little discussion there about getting players to the bench in time on the stoppage. Officials allow it. Said just this time. Pass goes off some legs inside, and it's Kwanzaa who takes it away. Picked up by LeBlanc. Kwanzaa in the corner. Kwanzaa goes baseline. He's got space off glass and scores 2. We are back to a 3-point ball game. Coaches Paquette and Rice on the FHS sideline putting their heads together saying, what can we do about this? Versloot for Stairs. He's doubled. Kicks it back outside for Versloot. Now Stairs, Hines, 2 to shoot. He's going to get it up. It won't go in. On the defensive glass is LeBlanc. LeBlanc for Clare. A 3-pointer can tie us up here. Clare into the paint. Taken away by Stairs. Stairs for Hines. Hines with the tricky dribble. Christie for Sloot. 3-pointer. Rims off. Rebound Clare. And now Beaton. Beaton for Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa gets a reach in on Hines. LeBlanc for Hayes. Hayes on the drive. Hayes blocked. Back over to FHS, 1:30 to play here in the opening half. Ecole Sainte Anne clawed their way back from at least a 14-point deficit to make it now only 3. It was 7 at quarter time. Travel on Versluit. Clare brings it across half. Backcourt mate is Hayes. And now Kwanzaa. Hayes on the dribble drive, short off the front rim, rebound for O'Reilly. O'Reilly for Christie. Christie with the 15-foot floater. Rebound, LeBlanc. Kwanzaa across half. Kwanzaa was looking for space. Back for Hayes. Clare is set up as the shooter. And looking to the corner was Lucas Hayes. Clare was drifting the other direction. .35 seconds to go, first half. Christie directs traffic for FHS. Christie doesn't get the kiss to go off the glass. Shot clock is off. Ecole Sainte Anne can play for 1. They work it around. Hayes, LeBlanc. He's trapped in the corner. 7 now on the game clock. Deflected by Christie. 3.7 left. Timeout, Ecole Sainte Anne. Good opportunity here for them to draw up a play to get 1 shot as they trail by 3 in this quarterfinal matchup. Just a reminder on the other quarterfinals that are going on. Across the parking lot in the LB gym, Hampton and Matthew Martin. Downstairs in the rec gym, Harborview High School and St. Stephen, and St. Malachy's and Tantramar, also in one of the rec gyms downstairs. 8 quality teams through here to the quarters. Exciting to see who will get for semi-final matchups as the Maritime Invitational progresses through quarters, semis, and finals today on the men's side. Semis and finals on the women's side. The women's semifinals, Rossay and Carlton North. Have that right here for you on the webcast. Woodstock and Canterbury, they'll play across the parking lot in the LB gym. LB gym, of course, home of the St. Thomas Tommies. This court, home to the UNB Reds. These high school players getting opportunity to play on the same courts as the university teams here in Fredericton do. We are set for an inbound with Beaton. Hayes takes the 3. That would have tied it up. And instead, it is a 3-point Black Cat lead at halftime. 33-30 FHS. Ecole Sainte Anne claws back 4 points from what was a 7-point deficit at quarter time. We'll take about 10 minutes and be back with second half from this men's quarterfinal at the Maritime Invitational.
Exciting times at Fredericton Nissan. From our new state-of-the-art facility to our exciting totally redesigned lineup. Drop by and check out our full lineup of vehicles fitting all budgets. Fredericton Nissan has the perfect vehicle for you. Locally traded, safe pre-owned vehicles with interest rates as low as 0.99%. Our all-new drive-through service bays keep you warm and dry all year long. Fredericton Nissan, 250 Bishop Drive, Fredericton.
Fredericton Nissan, we deliver for you.
Exciting times at Fredericton Nissan. From our new state-of-the-art facility to our exciting totally redesigned lineup. Drop by and check out our full lineup of vehicles fitting all budgets. Fredericton Nissan has the perfect vehicle for you. Locally traded, safe pre-owned vehicles with interest rates as low as 0.99%. Our all-new drive-through service bays keep you warm and dry all year long. Fredericton Nissan, 250 Bishop Drive, Fredericton.
Fredericton Nissan, we deliver for you.
Exciting times at Fredericton Nissan, from our new state-of-the-art facility to our exciting totally redesigned lineup. Drop by and check out our full lineup of vehicles fitting all budgets. Fredericton Nissan has the perfect vehicle for you. Locally traded, safe pre-owned vehicles with interest rates as low as 0.99%. Our all-new drive-through service bays keep you warm and dry all year long. Fredericton Nissan, 250 Bishop Drive, Fredericton.
Fredericton Nissan, we deliver for you.
Good morning, fans. Welcome back to AOTV coverage of the Maritime Invitational here from the Curry Center. This men's quarterfinal. FHS JV Black Cats +3 on the Ecole Sainte Anne Castors, 33-30. We begin this playoff Sunday. 5 games on tap here on the webcast, starting with this one. Lose and go home time after the completion of round robin play. FHS led by as many as at least 14 in this one, with 7 at the break of the first quarter between the first and the second. Ecole Sainte Anne poured it on a little bit late in the second quarter to cut down the lead to this 3-point margin. Had an opportunity for a shot at the end of the half to cut it even further. However, that missed. Both teams, I'm sure, regrouping here at halftime. The other semifinals across the parking lot at the LB Gym, Hampton and Matthew Martin are playing, and downstairs in the 2 rec gyms, Harborview High School versus St. Stephen and St. Malachy's and Tantramar. 4 excellent matchups here in the quarterfinals to determine the semifinal participants. We will have the men's semis coming up at 12:30, 1 game at least here, leading to the final at 4:30. Cats ball to start the second half for Sloot. For Christie, 3-pointer out of the corner, that rims out, rebound for Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa to the front court, deflected by Versloot. Special thanks to the sponsors who make this webcast possible. Fredericton Christian Academy, Fredericton Inn, and Fredericton Nissan. A couple nice looking Nissans sitting outside of the Curry Center here on the Performance Center level entrance. No truth to the rumor that they are prizes for the most valuable players in this tournament. Display vehicles only. Just kidding, there's no rumor there. Shouldn't be starting that. Big thanks to our sponsors at Fredericton Nissan. It's going to be a backcourt violation on the Black Cats. Versloot tracks it down. After the score from the Castors cuts it to 1. They can take the lead with a bucket here. Lucas Hayes inbounds for Ecole Sainte Anne for Joel Clare. Clare for LeBlanc. LeBlanc fakes, now goes up and makes it. So just sorting out here what's going on the floor, trying to listen into the conversations. Foul goes on, I think, number 7, White, they said, but the basket counts, and it's FHS ball inbounding on the sideline. Could have been also number 7 on Ecole Sainte Anne after the basket, I guess. Pretty sure it was number 7 White, they said. That is Claire, number 7 Blue, who makes a three-pointer. 3-point deficit quickly turned into a 4-point lead for Ecole Sainte Anne here to start the second half. FHS needs to find some scoring. Versloot uses the O'Reilly screen. Now Versloot is blocked and fouled, though, by Marc LeBlanc. 7 straight points to open the half for Ecole Sainte Anne. Noah Versloot to the line for FHS. Versloot is clean on both. That's Hayes on the drive, passes inside to Nate Beaton, who travels. 2-point ball game. Jacob Christie brings us over half. Rebound by Kwanzaa. Cross court and draining the three-pointer is Lucas Hayes. 5-point Castor lead. Ecole Sainte Anne rolling. 10-2 start here in the first 2 minutes played of the third quarter. Marcus Hines answers. There's a three-pointer. Steal by Versloot. This can put us back even. Steal by Christie. He's going to be blocked by Kwanzaa. Ball back to Ecole Sainte Anne. Nice pass inside, catch, shoot, finish by Nate Beaton. Foul goes on Aiden Stairs, number 15 for the Black Cats. On the line to shoot one will be Nate Beaton to convert the three-point play. That's a rebound on the offensive side for Ecole Sainte Anne, but it's stolen away by Hines. It was LeBlanc on the board, and now LeBlanc on the foul against Versloot. Steal by Kwanzaa, but he's going to travel. He goes to the floor. Christie front rim, but gets his own rebound. Off glass, doesn't work. There's O'Reilly on the board. Versloot puts it up. Claire. For LeBlanc, he takes a three. That's rim, but he tracks down his own board. Puts up a long two. Kwanzaa gets off the ground for the rebound. And Joel Clare with the high arcing three-pointer puts Ecole Sainte Anne back up by 5. Adam Budd off the bench for FHS, waiting to sub in. Christie uses the screen from O'Reilly. Now back to O'Reilly. Can't get that one to go. Fights for the rebound, but it is Lucas Hayes taking it away. Crosses over. Now goes right to the tin. Rebound Kwanzaa. Tip to the Black Cats. Hines to the front court. Hines spins for Versloot. Versloot's got a three-pointer, but it's partially blocked, and Kwanzaa cleans up the mess. Claire drives. Nice pass inside for Beaton, who finishes again and gets the foul. Foul again goes on Aiden Stairs. Nate Beaton will be shooting one. Bud in for the Black Cats, number 3. Beaton shooting one for the 8-point lead. Stairs back in. Marcus Hines comes out. O'Reilly banks in the 2. LeBlanc, tricky dribble. Nice pass inside, and it's Beaton again, who finishes the 2. Lots of life on that Ecole Sainte Anne bench. Taken away. Lozier on the catch. Claire, there's going to be a double dribble. He thought it was knocked away. Double dribble called. Christie. Nice pass for Versloot. Versloot can't get it to roll in. "17 seconds on the shot clock. Inadvertent reset by the table. Pass inside Bud on the tough catch. He dribbles out of the key. That's going to be picked up by Stairs. He's going to dribble back into the key for the layup. Bud on the deflection. It will stay Ecole Sainte Anne ball. Catch for Lozier. LeBlanc, Lozier. Lozier drives. Is looking for Beaton again on this near side. Black Cat snuffed that out. Good contact there from LeBlanc. Coach Rice wanted a call, and we're going to have a double dribble here. It's going to be on Lozier. Justin Shin subs in for Nate Beaton. Beaton, big part of the 6-point lead for the Castors. Some good catches and finishes and trips to the line for Beaton, rolling to the rim. Bud drives. He's going to get the foul. I think that's going to go on number 7, Joel Clare. Clare will come off. The athletic Kwanzaa back in. Kwanzaa is spring-loaded. Got hops, can get off the floor. Christie on the catch. Versloot. Going to pick up a foul. I think that will go on 24, Mark LeBlanc. It does indeed go on LeBlanc. 4th team foul already of the quarter for Ecole Sainte Anne. 3 for FHS. Hines on the catch. No, pardon me, that's Bud on the catch. Taken away by Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa finds Lozier. Christie intercepted by Justin Shin. LeBlanc, a 2-pointer, makes it. O'Reilly on the outside stairs. Stairs gets into the paint. Going to have a foul. This will go on 13, Justin Shin. 2 shots. We're going to have to track the ball down. It's back now a little bit. 3:03 to go in quarter number 3. One of these teams will punch their ticket through to the semifinals. Early it looked like FHS. They led by as many as 14. Led by 7 after 1 quarter. 3 at halftime, but third quarter has been Castor time as they have the 10-point lead on the Black Cats, 54-44, in what has been an entertaining quarterfinal matchup here at the Curry Center. Making one of 2 is Aiden Stairs. Black Cats need to find a way to stop this offense of the Castors. And even out of a loose ball situation, it's LeBlanc on the catch, turns and gets the jump shot to roll around the rim and go down. Hines on the rim out, LeBlanc on the board. Hayes. He goes off glass. Rebound on the defensive side controlled by the Black Cats. That's Adam Budd. Foul will go on number 13, Justin Shin. Timeout on the court. Called by Ecole Sainte Anne. No scores available to me yet from the other games going on in the quarterfinals. And as a reminder, those quarterfinal matchups, Hampton and Matthew Martin, Harborview and St. Stephen, St. Malachy's and Tantramar. I think we've had all of those teams here on the webcast this weekend, at least once. Tough to pick favorites among those, although I've had my eye on St. Malachy's here most of the weekend. Been impressive to me so far. Any one of the 8 teams through, of course. can win in this one. It is looking to be Ecole Sainte Anne by plus 11 here late in quarter number 3, who will advance. However, I said earlier it looked like the Black Cats were on their way to advancing when they led by 14. A long way to go. Lots of swings can happen. The Black Cats need these free ones to go down. The miss on the first by Adam Budd. Make on the second to cut it to 10. Can't trade 1 for 2, though, if you are the Black Cats. Or 1 for 3, even worse, when you're down by 10. Kwanzaa on the cut and catch. Black Cats on the steal. That's Christie. Christie for Bud. Bud keeps the dribble now. Versloot. Versloot tees up a three-pointer. Too strong. Rebound for LeBlanc. LeBlanc pulls up. Now for Shin. Shin goes baseline. Shin blocked. Shin gets the board. Shin puts the shoulder down. Moves Christie out of the way and gets the score. Strong take and finish by Aiden Stairs. Gets some life on the Black Cat bench, and now a steal for the Black Cats, but taken right back away by LeBlanc, who tumbles and travels. Black Cat get the ball back. Versloot. Nowhere to go. Bud stopped by Kwanzaa. Now back to Versloot. 5 on the shot clock. Versloot to the paint. Christie for 3. They were dropping yesterday afternoon against Simons for Jacob Christie, not this morning. A lot of rim outs. Both teams alive. Shin, tough catch underneath. Again, he puts the shoulder down. Knocks the Black Cat player out of the way. Stairs appears to be a little bit groggy coming up out of that one as the Cats finally corral the carom. That's Stairs on the catch. Stairs is going to drive himself, spin, go off glass and score. Looks none the worse for wear on the offensive end of things at least. Aiden Stairs finishes to make it an 8-point game, and the Cats get the steal again. That's going to be a double dribble on Christie. Had Versloot all alone. Helter-skelter play. Claire in for Lozier. Try to stabilize the ball handling for the Castors. 30 seconds to go in quarter number 3 and an 8-point quarterfinal game. That's knocked away by Versloot. Loose ball, both players dive. Ecole Sainte Anne coaches wanted the foul on the tackle on the sideline. Instead, it's out of bounds on Ecole Sainte Anne. 14 on the shot clock. Black Cats need to shoot here before the end of the quarter. Nearly a 5-second violation. Inbound for O'Reilly, cutting Versloot. Taken away by Marc LeBlanc. Now ahead for Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa cross-court pass for Claire. Claire puts up the three-pointer. Claire drains the three-pointer. Big bucket there for Ecole Sainte Anne. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Kwanzaa's going to pick up the foul with 1.3 to go. Neither coach in this game appears particularly happy with the officiating. Lots of conversations happening on both sides. Stairs makes the first. Back to a 10-point game. Rebound by LeBlanc. And it will be a 13-point swing for the Castors here in quarter number 3. They trailed FHS by 3 at halftime, now lead by 10, 61-51. So a big scoring quarter, 28 points put on the board by Ecole Sainte Anne in that quarter as they lead this quarterfinal after 3 quarters by 10 over FHS. Winner will go on to the semis. Take about a minute-and-a-half break and be back with action from quarter 4. Will be Ecole Sainte Anne Castor ball to open quarter number 4. They hold the 10-point lead on the FHS Black Cats here in this quarterfinal action at the Maritime Invitational. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching AOTV. This has been a seesaw battle. FHS led by as many as 14, at least at one point in the first half. They led by 3 at half, but a 28-point third quarter by Ecole Sainte Anne has propelled them to this 10-point lead over the FHS Black Cats. Steal by Hines for Christie. Christie can't finish it. Rebound taken away by Lucas Hayes. Hayes to the front court. Hayes stolen away by Christie. Numbers for the Black Cats. 3-on-1. Christie has help. Christie decides to take it himself and can't get it to go. Down on the court. Didn't see what happened. Is Lucas Hayes. He's in some pain. Comes up holding one leg. Well, he's going to shake it off and be okay. Subs in is Lozier. 14 on the shot clock. Black Cats ball. In their offensive end. Christie on the inbound catch for Aiden Stairs. Stairs for Hines. 8 on the shot clock. Hines for 3. Kwanzaa on the board. Shin can't convert, but it's Kwanzaa on the rebound again. He can convert. Versloot answers for 2. Claire for Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa at 15 feet, 6 on the shot clock, now 4. Claire shoots, gets that one to go through. Hines uses the screen. Now finds Versloot. Versloot drives. Knocked away by Justin Shin. Shin with the steal. Ahead for Kwanzaa. He's going to have 2 more. Through the fingers of Hines on the pass. Took the eye off the ball before it was in the hands. Shin is alone underneath. Now picked up by O'Reilly. Inside, that's beaten again. That worked so well. Outside for Lozier. Lozier can't get it to go. Hines comes out of the pack. Stairs on the spin. He gets it to go down, and there's going to be a foul. He'll have a chance for a three-point play. Marc LeBlanc will check back in. Justin Shin to the bench for Ecole Sainte Anne. 7:16 to go in quarter four. Claire puts up the three. That's no good. Bounces off a beaten into the hands of the Black Cats. Stairs on the spin move again, off glass and good again. Aiden Stairs, copycat moves. Both work. Claire again, that three does go down. Hines, he gets the screen, uses the screen, goes off glass and in. Another three-point play attempt. Foul's going to go on number one, Kwanzaa. Timeout taken on the court by the Ecole Sainte Anne Castors. 6:19 to play. They hold a 10-point lead on the FHS Black Cats. More conversations between coaches and officials here in this one. Seemed like either bench has been happy with what they've got from the crew here. Mr. Zhu and DeWolf been under fire from both staffs. Mark Paquette running the timeout for the Black Cats while Coach Rice talks to the officials. Big thanks again to the sponsors who make this webcast possible: Fredericton Christian Academy, Fredericton Inn, and Fredericton Nissan. One shot for Hines. Front rim, but it's rebounded by the Castors. Looked like O'Reilly was going to pick it up. Claire into the front court. Cross-court pass. Hayes. Three-pointer no good. Rebound knocked out. And it is on the far side. Christie. Pass for Stairs. He tries that spin again. Again, he gets fouled. The shot doesn't go down this time. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Looking to get this Ecole Sainte Anne lead under 10. Justin Shin checks in for Marc LeBlanc. I believe LeBlanc picked up the foul on that call. Aiden Stairs. Nylon on the first one. Tin on the second one. Deflected out of bounds by Hines. Claire inbounds. Cats into a zone. They have been. Shooting and rimming out over Hines is a three-pointer. However, it's rebound to Ecole Sainte Anne. Pass deflected by Verslude. It'll stay Castor ball. Three-pointer missed by Claire. Jump ball. Going to go over to FHS. Hines makes the two. FHS cutting deeper into the Ecole Sainte Anne lead. And now it is the Black Cats bench coming alive. Stop here would be big. Claire tiptoes at the three-point line and banks it in. Restores the 10-point cushion. Christie makes the two. Kwanzaa for Beaton. Claire. Jump ball. That goes to the Castors. Reset again here on the inbounds. Kwanzaa looks inside, deflected by Hines. Good defense, but it goes out off a Castor. It's been in the hands of Lucas Hayes. Not a lot of argument there on the ESA sideline. I thought that was out off Hines. Versluit on the handle. Kwanzaa bothers him. Stairs on the save, but it is right to Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is out of bounds. Ecole Sainte Anne side wants the block. Technical foul now called on the Castors, one tech apiece here. Coach Rice in the first quarter early in the game for FHS. And that goes on number one. Kwanzaa, I believe, for knocking the ball away after the play. Christie converts. Important point for the Black Cats, and it will be Black Cats possession. Conference at the scorer's table as they decide how to record that in the book. We've already inbounded with the official still at the scorer's table. Officials not coordinated here. Team fouls, already 4 on Ecole Sainte Anne. None for the Black Cats here in this quarter. They get into a position where they need to foul. They're going to go through a lot of fouls before that happens on the Black Cat side. One of the situations you almost want to have a few fouls if you get down into a close game, so then you can force the free throw shots. Timeout Black Cats in this intense quarterfinal game. Referees have done well to keep their cool here in this one. Both coaches on both sides. A lot of conferencing, a lot of talking. Expect that we'll see the intensity continue to ramp up here as we head towards the championship game at 4:30 on the men's side. As a reminder, coming up after this one, we have a women's semifinal, the Rothsay Redhawks and the Carleton North High School North Stars. See, those teams are starting to make their way here into the Curry Center and the Performance Court. First look at the women here in this 32-team tournament will be semifinals. We'll have the women's final as well. That's going to go at 2:30. Set here after the timeout, 4:12 to play. Black Cats down by 7. Christie for Hines. For Stairs now. Stairs guarded by Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa on the reach. So this will be a bonus situation. Stairs shooting 2. That is 5 fouls. Now we're getting clarification. 5 fouls on Kwanzaa, number 1. Maialu Kwanzaa. Ecole Sainte Anne will take their 30 seconds here. We'll be back. I think we'll have 1 free throw to go. A little bit of confusion there at the scorers table. It was both the 5th team foul and the 5th player foul. Now that we have that straightened out, we are shooting bonus, and Kwanzaa is fouled out. That will be big for the Ecole Sainte Anne sideline. Athleticism of Kwanzaa, both on defense and on the offensive glass, taken away from ESA. See if the Black Cats can take advantage of that. So we are shooting 2. Stairs makes the first. Miss on the second. Rebound Black Cats for Sloot. He goes up off glass and around the world twice and through. 4-point ball game. 73-69 in favor of Ecole Sainte Anne as we take under 4 minutes. Claire. 3-pointer jams, rebound is going to go to Henry O'Reilly. It's going to be a foul on Nate Beaton. And now we'll walk the length of the court. for Henry O'Reilly to shoot a couple shots. Can bring FHS even closer with the clock stopped. Miss on the first one. Make on the second. 3-point ball game, 3:45 to go. Quarterfinal action. Taken away by Hines on the pass, has Verflute on the far side. Hines lucky maybe not to get called for the travel. O'Reilly can't finish. Now O'Reilly tacks the glass. O'Reilly gets it up. It doesn't go down. Rebound to Verflute. He gets hammered by Marc LeBlanc. That may be LeBlanc's fifth. LeBlanc walks immediately to the bench. I think he knows it. That is 5 on LeBlanc. Will be the Black Cats shooting after this 30-second pause here. Looks like some of the other boys' teams making their way into the gym for this one. Looks like they've already finished up in some of their quarterfinal action. I believe that's Harborview or Tantramar, possibly in the blue. So we've got some finals already, it looks like, in the quarterfinals. 3:23 to play in this one. Black Cats trail by 3. They are the home team on the scoreboard. Ecole Sainte Anne are the guest. 2 Castors have fouled out. Kwanzaa and LeBlanc. Let's see if FHS can make hay on the free throw line. And let's see how it impacts the rebounding situation. Justin Shin, number 13, in for Ecole Sainte Anne. Verflute cans them both. 1-point game. Can't ask for more in a quarterfinal matchup. Nearly stolen by Hines. Hines just got a piece. Goes back to Ecole Sainte Anne. In the front court, Lucas Hayes will inbound for Claire. Claire's been a deadly 3-point shooter. Picked off. That was O'Reilly. Forward for Hines. Hines gives FHS the lead. FHS bench now awake. Claire guarded by Verflute. Deflected by Verflute again, ahead to Hines. Hines gets the blocking foul. That's going to go on Nate Beaton, number 6. That will be 5 on Nate Beaton. Ecole Sainte Anne will take their 30 seconds again. This will be the third Castor to foul out. Checking in will be Noah Boudreau. He would be their only option to check in. He was injured earlier. So Ecole Sainte Anne will finish this with 4. Timeout called by Ecole Sainte Anne. 3 players fouled out. The 4th on the bench unavailable due to injury to check in that are dressed. So they were finished, as it looks like, with 4 players the rest of the way. I know they are not happy with the team foul situation. They've had 7 or 8 called on them here in quarter number 4. That's still a big goose egg 0 up for the Black Cats, as they have battled back from a 10-point deficit at the end of the third quarter to take a 1-point lead. And now they will be, looks like they'll be playing the final 247 against a short-staffed, four-man Ecole Sainte Anne Castor team. Should be an advantage for the Black Cats at both ends of the court. You get a free double or a free player in center field, and pretty tough for 4 to guard 5 if you are the Castors. Front rim for Marcus Hines on the first. The Castors have to look at Claire as a likely scoring option. Claire and Hayes from the outside. They're going to finish this with only 4. Black Cats have 5. Putting up the long shot, no good. Where the Castors taken away now. Versloot to the front court. FHS +2. Offense looks a lot easier when you've got 5 on 4. Christie missed the three-pointer. Hayes to the front court. Taken away by Versloot. Versloot for Hines. Hines all alone. He's got 2. Caught out of bounds by Lozier. That ball goes over to the Cats. Not sure what's going on here now. I think we're resetting a score clock time. Setting it at 2 minutes on the score clock. Oh no, that's 20 minutes now. That can't be correct. Now we're back to 2. Reset of 24 on the shot clock. Shot missed. Rebound to the Black Cats. Up and inside is Aiden Stairs. 6-point Black Cat lead. Through the hands of Shin. Christie down on the sidelines for the Black Cats now, gets back into it. It's hobbling though. That's him on the catch. Versloot. Christie walking toward the Black Cats bench. He needs a sub. Paquette. That's a 2-pointer for the Black Cats. 8-point lead now. Christie walking off with Coach Paquette. Ridley turned an ankle a little bit. Deflected away by Nick Paquette, who has just checked in for Christie on the Black Cat side. Black Cats +8 due to foul trouble and injuries. Ecole Sainte Anne is down to only 4 players on the court. Not sure I've ever seen a game finish quite like this. Claire. The far side for Hayes. Hayes puts up the 3. That's off the rim. Rebound Black Cats. And we're going to tick under a minute to go here. Black Cats +8. They look like they'll be going through to the semis, barring a miracle. Hines for 3, that's short, but it's rebound FHS. Kicked outside, Paquette for 3. Rebound again, FHS. Hines. They're going to run some clock. Paquette. For Sloot. He was going to drive. Now they decide to run clock. FHS taking the air out of the ball here a little bit. 6 to shoot. For Sloot. Fakes. Going to drive. Looks inside and the nice pass. Rebound to FHS. Basket counted. 83-73, 10-point Black Cat lead. The Black Cats will punch their ticket to the big comeback. Plus 20 for the Black Cats in quarter number 4. Fouls an issue certainly for Ecole Sainte Anne. The Black Cats move on to the semifinals. We'll try to figure out who their opponent will be. Bring you that news during the girls' game. FHS in a seesaw battle against Ecole Sainte Anne win 83-73. Foul marred and injury marred for Ecole Sainte Anne. Neither coach particularly happy with the officials in this one. But it is the Black Cats prevailing. They'll move on to the semifinals. That'll be a 12:30 game. We'll have one of those semis right here on AOTV. Thanks for watching, fans. I'm Bill Gibson. Come on back for the women's semifinal at 10:30.